Sorrow is felt and tears are shed over the loss of beloved pets that pass away or are euthanized due to illness. They are the lucky ones. And these are the unlucky ones.
Gandhi said that a society will be judged by how it treats its animals. In that case, our society is failing miserably.
Homeless animals have no one to weep for them. They have no one to remember them. It's an endless gray line of death because of not being wanted. You know, we call them man's best friend, but when you're killing 3 million homeless animals a year in the United States, that tells me that being man's best friend is a dangerous vocation. A lot of shelters are, in a way, almost like an animal Auschwitz, using gas to put down unwanted strays.
Think about it. You're an animal, you're homeless, you're scared. You're dropped into a dark chamber with hissing gas. The puppies and the kittens go quick because they've got no place to go. The larger cats and larger dogs are in this enclosure. It's dark, their eyes are burning, their nose is on fire, and all they know is they need to get to higher ground. So they're trying to scale the sides of these gas chambers, trying to get to higher ground, except there is no higher ground. Ultimately, they're overcome, they pass out, and they die. Their last moments on the planet are spent alone, choking to death on poison gas. It's a hell of a way to treat man's best friend.
Joe Sowerby's sense of fair play and justice has always been a central value in his life.
Rounds in the light heavyweight division. The man in control is Joe Sowerby. Introducing first the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the white trim.
You can stop 100 fights too soon. If you stop one too late, somebody can die. As I like to tell people, you haven't lived till you've been booed by 20,000 people at the Palace on national television.
So Joe combined his sense of fair play and his decades of entrepreneurial experience to achieve two goals: increase public awareness of the homeless animal epidemic and eliminate the use of poison gas.
I happen to be a salesman by trade. I've never done anything but sell, and making deals to find homes for homeless animals is probably the most gratifying deals I've ever made. But it's taking the skill that God blessed me with to be able to make deals and transferring that over into large-scale adoption events, or transferring it into an end of poison gas in different cities. But all of us have that seed in us. It's whether or not we want to water it, nurture it, and take on some of life's challenges, or if we want to just bury our nose in the ice cubes and forget about it.
My adoption events got started because I lost my late great cat Jam, and when I went to a shelter, I became enlightened to the statistics. And I don't feel at all self-conscious about honoring the pets in my life. I had a cat named Hayes Avenue. I found him on a street called Hayes when he was a kitten. I thought I'd nurse him back to health and give him away. Well, 21 and a half years later, he had a stroke and I had to put him to sleep. I now have a nonprofit called Hayes and Friends, my own 501c3, to assist me in some of the charitable work that I do.
Welcome, I'm Ellen Warren. We're here with Furry Tales. We're finding out how you can meet the love of your life. We're with Joe Sowerby, and you're here with Meet Your Best Friend and Petapalooza. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Tell me how you got started with these great projects.
It started out with one group, and we built it to where it is today, which is about 35 different organizations that participate.
What is Petapalooza, and what does that name mean anyway?
Well, I mean, it's a hijacking of several different names over the years, Lollapalooza, and different things like that. But what it means is it's a fun family day. Come out, save a life, meet a new best friend, bring your own pet with you, bring your family with you. And it's also an opportunity to look at animals in a real friendly, happy environment. And you get a chance to look at hundreds at one time so that you can be really comfortable that you got a chance to look at every, as many available animals as you possibly could before you decided which one to take home.
So whether they are a cat or a dog, they need your help.
Joe Sowerby in the studio with me as Petapalooza is happening at the Mingus Union High School football field. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
So a big event and a chance to meet your new best friend.
Absolutely. We will have between 250 to 300 homeless animals from across the valley, hoping that your listeners will open their hearts and their homes to them.
It's Petapalooza. It's happening at the Mingus Union High School this weekend times?
From 10 to 4.
10 to 4 this
10
Saturday.
to 4, and all animals will be vet checked, spayed, neutered, kind of a turnkey operation, so to speak.
It looks like this weekend is going to be an absolutely gorgeous weekend, a beautiful day for it. A lot of good friends. You've got the pet trainers. You've got the wonderful animals out there. You got Joe Sowerby out there. Come meet him. Jackie Bessler from the Q will be out there. It's just going to be a fun day. You got to check it out.
And right here is the epitome of the problem. We're here setting up for tomorrow's Petapalooza, and we have homeless cats right here at Mingus High School. This looks like it's going to be a great venue.
No, it should work out really well.
I think it's going to be, and I like the way you've got it set up, because this is the first time I've really seen it.
Why are the sprinklers on?
The logistics of Petapalooza. We have the sprinkler system just went on the football field while we're setting up.
I came here today to find the perfect dog. I've been waiting for this event and looking forward to seeing all the animals up for adoption, and I just found this dog and I think she'd go really, really well in my house, and I'm hoping that everybody agrees with me that she's the perfect dog.
Well, I wanted a larger dog and a dog that would be a companion to my other one. And my other one's a large dog, so I decided on Buddy.
We're here at Petapalooza today, and we're adopting a lot of animals, like this little guy right here.
We have a mastiff at home, and he needs a friend, so we decided to adopt him.
We used to have dogs, but it's been a few years, and we are ready for another companion.
My other cat's very lonely and he cries a lot, so we thought we'd get him a buddy.
His name's Cody. He's about an 8-year-old long-haired German Shepherd. I've had German Shepherds all my life. I decided to come out here because I heard your advertisement commercials on the radio.
Hey. He's a total sweetie.
Absolutely, that's Speedy, little guy, 8 months old. Oh, they need a home. Everybody should adopt animals, and they should make it they're better than people sometimes. So it's good to have around the house and take care of you just as you take care of them.
No, she had those beautiful soft brown eyes that when I went up to her, she looked at me so soulfully. It just grabbed my heartstrings.
We've got a lot of people here, great turnout. I see a lot of empty cages, a lot of animals going home, and that's what it's all about. Without the help of the local humane societies, Sedona Humane, Verde Valley Humane, Coconino up in Flagstaff, Second Chance,
They all make a difference, and they allow me to do what I do.
There have been a lot of changes in the past few years as far as people's outlook on adoption, and I think a lot more people are aware of the no-kill movement and are trying to get as involved as they can. A slow change, but definitely a change, and I think more people are starting to consider adoption and are not just thinking that shelters are a place for a throwaway dog, but realizing that they can find their next family member or friend from a shelter or a rescue group.
I started Greyhounds in the Verde Valley about almost 4 years ago for the love of the dog. These are beautiful dogs. They are so generous, so loving, so giving, and they really truly are the 45-mile-an-hour couch potato. They don't need a lot of space, which is a misnomer by a lot of people. They love to curl up in your lap and take naps. Take them out for a nice little walk like you would any other dog, and they'll nap the rest of the day. So I'm on website and pet finders, and I'll continue to adopt greyhounds until there are no more greyhounds to adopt.
Every heart makes a difference. That it's if each person can live a kinder life to themselves, to other beings, to animals, to people around them, then it becomes like a circle of compassion in the world. And I truly believe that for every life we save, it's made the world a better place. For every person who treats an animal with kindness, it's made the world a better place. So I think never overlook the force of a single person making a difference to the world.
All the grassroots groups, they all make a difference, and they allow me to do what I do. Without their help and their support, as passionate as I am, I don't think that I could take it to the level that it's gone to.
Demas is the one that we call a train wreck because he knows no manners. Do you?
A few years back, this gentleman called me, Joe Sowerby. I had no idea who this guy was. He wanted to meet with me and talk to me about this big adoption event. I was all for that. Joe came to meet with me and a bunch of other people. It was absolutely fantastic how we all worked together, and bless Joe's heart for ever starting something like this. I look forward to it every year.
His day was up, but he's got a little reprieve till we get full again.
To make sure if one of them might have a little cold or something and transfer it to the other.
I mean, I'm very proud. There's not many times that you can say you've got the best of anything in the United States, and that's what Meet Your Best Friend at the Zoo is, and that's what Petapalooza is. And it's a great feeling. Life's best deals aren't always for money. Coming from a blood-sucking salesman like me, that's saying something. I've been doing this for 16 years. In fact, 16 years ago, right about now, is when the first Meet Your Best Friend at the Zoo was born. Yeah, it sure doesn't seem like 16 years.
Every year that we have Petapalooza coming up, there are people that say, we picked up a dog or we picked up a cat last year or 2 years ago. We got Ginger there. So yeah, there's a lot of people that are very aware of the event, and people express that to neighbors and friends, and hopefully that's going to bring more people out to adopt and make this a bigger event year after year.
Shelter animals, stray animals, mutts, they don't have the inbred issues, they don't have the bad hips, they don't have the temperament problems.
I've already got a dog, looking for another friend for the dog, so I'm going to bring the dog, and that's perfectly all right.
Absolutely. If you've got a dog at home and you want to make sure that it's going to get along okay with its new house partner, feel free to bring that animal with you. And we have areas for people to get acquainted with their new pets in. There'll be counselors there. All the animals will be vet checked, spayed or neutered.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. So that, because we don't want to adopt out an animal and add to the problem. I mean, there's too many now, and so we want to spread the gospel of spay neuter and also adopting from shelters. Shelter animals, they're the best. And you think about it, I use this analogy, they're in jail.
Yeah.
They're behind bars for no reason other than being homeless, and we're the reason that they're homeless.
I think it's wonderful where people can go and see all different types of animals, cats and dogs, and go from booth to booth and choose who they want. And what's really good is knowing that they're all spayed or neutered. There's not going to be any more unwanted litters from anybody that we're taking. I think it's awesome.
There's a lot of times in my life that the animal welfare business just gets almost overwhelming, where I just want to walk away, but I can't, because I think that we are the voice of these animals, and if somebody doesn't speak for them, they can't speak for themselves.
I've heard of the gas chambers. I can't believe they were ever allowed. I would never do that. And I can't believe people still do it. That is sick. That is absolutely sick.
And it haunts me. It really haunts me. There's days that I would like to just walk from the mission because it's very daunting and it wears me out. But then I think about all the homeless animals that are out there that have no voice but ours, and I'm compelled to come back to it again. You never know where a pet might come from and just how great it can be. If I give up what I do because of frustration, because of just being overwhelmed by the issue, then the animals that I might save this year, next year, and the following year will die.
Joe Sowerby's adoption events have found homes for over 25,000 homeless cats and dogs. He championed legislation banning the use of poison gas in the state of Michigan. It passed the House of Representatives September 26, 2010, by over an 80% majority vote. It subsequently died in the state Senate. He vows to continue the fight.
I was just asked to express what anybody watching this film can do to help make a difference. And there's so many things, I hardly know where to start. First and foremost, it's being responsible pet owners, spaying and neutering your pets so that all of this can be put out of business. I mean, my goal is to put myself out of business. Sadly, I don't think that'll ever happen. Spay and neuter your pets. When you get the opportunity, volunteerism is a wonderful thing. It's very rewarding. Whether you're walking dogs, helping groom cats, you know, writing a check is always a good thing, but sometimes giving from your heart is better yet. But it's really important we just try to make a difference in this mission because these animals have no voice. Outside of the barks and the meows, they can't communicate. We are their voice. What we can accomplish for them is what I really believe if they had voices, they'd accomplish for us. They make our lives better, and we need to seize the moment, seize the opportunity to improve their lives. And to that end, I would just ask that all of you search your hearts and your souls to try to make a difference in that regard.
You need not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day. Though thousands fall about you, near you it shall not come, and he will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, make you to shine like the sun, and hold you in the his head.